Good evening. Welcome to the channel, Retired Don't Give Up 2.0. I haven't had a cigar night for a long time, and I don't know, maybe you've noticed I haven't. I just did a video not too long ago on our little bike ride. That turned out really well. Thank you very much for those that watched that. Part of my reason for not doing cigar nights: one beer, one cigar. The weather's been hot, and you know the sunsets are, well, there's nothing to brag about. And well, as I probably mentioned on my last cigar night, the problems with my my editing software, and I'm still up in arms with it. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to be doing. I may very well go back to Filmora. They're sending me emails saying, please come back, we'll give you a deal. And frankly, DaVinci Resolve is probably more for a much younger computer savvy person than myself, because it's difficult. You saw the last video. I managed to get through it, but I couldn't even upload a music track. So yeah, it was not it's not easy. So I haven't decided what to do. And to put things in perspective, literally a month ago, like the beginning of last month, we were in Macro, and I bought a 6-pack of Leo. Well, this is the now the 4th one, so I've only drank 3 in over a month, and 2 of them were just for steak dinner, and I didn't even do a cigar night. So, looking forward to having a cigar. Now the weather's not the best. It rained about an hour and a half ago. But the weather is indeed a little bit cooler. I think it's about 31 degrees out there compared to 36, 37, 42. And of course, with the sun beating down here, this is a pretty warm area. As you can see, there's quite a bit of cloud. The sun is sort of poking its way through there. I don't know if it's going to make it any better for a sunset. But again, my topic tonight, I have I know another fellow YouTuber, a very successful one, Chris Parker, retired working for you. He did a video on the best places to retire in Thailand as an expat. Well, rural Thailand was at the bottom of the list. And he had several reasons that he cited. One of them, which I agree wholeheartedly, is we have roosters. Now, in my case, we really have roosters. If you just go straight down there, my stepson raises fighting roosters. So he has 5 that he's grooming for the ring. And yeah, first thing in the morning they like to talk. In fact, pretty much throughout the whole day. I've done several videos that you may or may not have watched where I've been interrupted by their opinions, and am I used to them? Yeah, I am. When I sleep, they don't wake me up in the morning. Now, mind you, I'm trying to get up at 5:30 in the morning and be on the bicycle for 6 o'clock, and I do my 12-kilometer ride, because I've been informed by some of my subscribers that, hey man, you got to look after your health because you're fat and you got to lose weight. Can't argue. It's a true fact. Unfortunately, there's a lot of history behind It's not an impossible thing because you've seen the pictures of me quite thin and very fit. That was when I was 58 years old. I'm now 66. That was before COVID, and that was before both of my knees were done. And yeah, unfortunately, I also like my food. And so yeah, all that put together, I found all the weight that I had lost, and I'm not the better for it. But we are trying, and we have to fight cardiomyopathy, which is a heart problem, which is under control, and we're not going to get into that. We're going to get back into our topic. Okay, so Northern Thailand. Is it the worst place to retire? Well, it's certainly laid back. It's certainly one of the more quiet. If you're a single person, not necessarily a place for you. But many expats that are married, that are looking for a place that's very reasonable to live, they come here. Like again, I live in Song District, Phrae Province. We're about 40 kilometers away from the city of Phrae. Song District has about 67,000 population all around. The town of Song has about pushing 15,000. So it's a good size town. Where I come from, when I lived in the valley, they called Pembroke the city of Pembroke, and it barely had 10,000 people. So, but this is a town. And of course, before COVID, this town was, a happening place, and there were restaurants everywhere. There was lots of businesses, and there's lots of stuff going on. I'd like to say that that's slowly coming back, because we're now 4 years into past COVID, and things are starting to improve now. Unfortunately, with the war in Iran and the problem with oil, the gas prices, and so forth, that's making life a little more difficult too. But at any rate, if you are a married couple and you're looking for a nice place to live, Northern Thailand has more to offer than you can ever imagine. And one of the big things about it is the cost of living. The cost of living is even cheaper than places like in Chiang Mai and down south. Much more reasonable place as far as expenses are concerned. Now, one of the drawbacks, you might not be able to get everything you might be used to. I have a friend down in Ho Hin, just finished a video on different restaurants. If you're looking for something that's not Thai, and he shows all these different restaurants that you can get foreign food. You're not going to get that here. So you have to embrace the Thai culture, and you have to embrace the fact that, well, most of the food is Thai food. Now, all that said and done, we have places here that you can go and you can buy Western food. I go to Mackerel. We go there every week and a half, try to push it to 2 weeks, and I can buy really good steak. I can buy hamburgers. I can buy Western food, and we bring it home. And of course, I make it here. That costs a bit more, but it's still because you're making it yourself. It still balances out. Now, talking about the town of Song, to give you an idea what is here, and again, we're talking the town of Song. We're not talking the city of Phrae. I'll touch on that. The town of Song, things start really early in the day. The town of Song, people are getting up. They have to go to work, and what the town has is, of course, like every village, has a little morning market where you can go and you can get your staples for the day. You can get your food, for your lunch, and off you go. So they have a morning market, and I'm going to show you all about that in a little clip. So this market is here mainly for people that come early in the morning and have to go to work. They can come here, get what they need for the day, and head off to work. They're finished by 8 o'clock in the morning. And now the next market, which is farther down the street, down by the river, it's a fairly large overhead building, and it's quite established, and it's the main market. I'll put the name of it up, but it's the main market, and people during the day go to that market. But again, by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that market is closed too. And that brings us to the last market as you go further into the town. And there's other smaller markets, throughout the village, but or the town. But the other main market is just down past the 7-Eleven at the curve, and it's a very vibrant market. I've been in there many times. So and that's an evening market where people that are coming back from work will stop there, and they'll get their dinner. They'll get whatever they need to, for the evening. Just a small town, and yet it has 3 vibrant markets. And you can get pretty much anything you want. Now, I took you for a little walk through a little mom and pop store, and that used to be the biggest one years ago when the town was first growing. Now there's another one down the road that's even much larger. In fact, it's almost 4 times as large. And then there's a department store farther down, and there's a DIY. So everything you need for day-to-day requirements are right in Song, which is about 6 kilometers for here. So it's not a long trip into the city. And again, if there are other things that you might need, you can do the 40-kilometer ride into Phrae. And I think on another cigar night, I may do some videos and highlight, what Phrae has to offer as well. Now, again, if you're coming here and you're new to this place and you need a place to live when you're deciding your next move, here's a little drone shot of it's a gated, basically apartment complex. There's some your regular Thai units that are small, like 1 bedroom, 1 kitchen, bathroom, and they rent for about 3,000 baht a month. And then on the other side there is about 4 new units that rent closer to 4,000, 4,500 a month. And a little bit bigger, bedroom and so forth. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet with the owner of the establishment, so I know nothing inside. But here's a quick drone view of that. Now, my friend who just built his resort, or is in the process of building a resort, he's built his house and he's built his bar. His bar is now open, and I will be doing another video on his bar restaurant. I've already done a initial video. It's the Lily Resort, and so we're going to do a follow up. Again, to show you the amenities of the town. If you'd like to go out for a drink, if you'd like to go out to some nice restaurant, his is available. If you want to go for a drink in the evening, there are 2 other bars in the main street that are available. If that's where you want to go out for a beer. So everything is basically here. that you might need. So my friend rented this spot while he was building his resort, and this is why he told me about these little row units that are available. And again, great stepping stone to the next place you want to live. It's quite possible that you want to build a house out here, and that's exactly what he did. He lived there, built his house. Another thing, of course, being out in the rural, is that there are less foreigners like myself. Now, I've been here 2.5 years, 3 years in November, and I have I've established a circle of friends, and I meet with them 3 times a week. Not all of them at the same time. I'll meet with 1 or 2 on Wednesday, and I'll meet with another few on Saturday, and then I meet with a very large group on Sunday. And we go to these different coffee shops. You talk about what's going on and so forth, because it's important to be able to talk to someone who speaks your language, because one of the drawbacks of being here in northern rural Thailand is that there isn't as many people that speak English. Although I've been running into more and more that do. Surprisingly, they don't necessarily are fluent in English, but they get by. For instance, a gentleman who does my blood work, he speaks perfect English. I see a doctor here in town. He speaks perfect English. So there are Thai people that speak English, but not as many foreigners. So yes, if you're not a person who makes friends easier, you may find that a difficult adjustment. But they're here. It took me a while to find them all, but they are here. And again, if you meet one who's been wherever you're planning on being for a period of time, chances are they have friends, and then you get brought into the circle, and it's a big help. Well, we got a big cloud here, but it's certainly getting some color over there, so might be worth seeing in the long run. And of course, another thing that's important if you're going to live in rural is you're going to need transportation. I mean, if you're living in Chiang Mai, you're living in Bangkok, you're living in Pattaya, you can get away with not having a vehicle. But if you're going to live in a rural area like this, well, unless you're going to live right in the town, and you can live right in the town. Those places I showed you are right in the town, so they're within walking distance of a 7-Eleven and so forth. But you're going to want to have some kind of transportation, whether it's a motorcycle or if it's a car. Again, they're both, one or the other is fine. Nice to have both. I fortunately have both, and yes, we use both quite frequently. And of course, the motorcycle I use more for, well, it's a little run here, a little run there. I got to go to 7-Eleven, boom, hop on the motorcycle, I'm there and back, and it's great. But again, this isn't for everyone. If you're a single person, well, it's not necessarily the place for you. If you're a single person who likes the peace and quiet, other than the local wildlife, then it is the place. If you're a single person, Chiang Mai is probably your better bet. If you're a single person, Prayer is probably the better bet. There's several nice gyms in Prayer. Everything you need is there. Again, I'll do a video on the amenities of Prayer at a future date. I could go on and on and on. There's lots of other pros and cons, but living in rural Thailand is a very picturesque, beautiful place. Now we're finally through the smoky season, and we're just starting to get into the rainy season. And the good news is it'll rain, but it doesn't rain for long. It usually rains fast, hard, and then it clears up and gets quite pleasant. So the rainy season is not necessarily a concern. I mean, there will be days where you're going, is it ever going to stop raining? But that's pretty much everywhere in Thailand. The smoky season, yeah, I thought it was quite bad this year. We get through it. It's 2 months. I mean, if you can afford to go south, you can go south, but there's a lot of places down south that air quality wasn't a whole lot better, but this, it's true. Air quality was not good here, especially last month. But taking all that aside, one more thing. Immigration. Now, when you're living in Thailand, you're watching these videos about the cost of living and the pros and cons of living in Thailand, what inevitably always comes up is the problems with immigration, the problems with visas and being able to stay here. Your 90-day report, the red tape of Thailand, which I've done a video on. Please watch it. Yeah. But here we have one immigration in the city of Phrae. It's very small. And the reason for that is there isn't a lot of us. So, and when you go there, they all speak English. They are all very personable. And you can be in and out in almost no time at all. It's amazing. You get there and there's literally might be one other person or two other people. Seldom is the place packed, and I know from my experience, we're in and out in a very quick, depending on what it is, whether it's a 90-day reporting. Even our marriage visa we renewed this year, we were in and out in one day, a couple hours, and it was completely done. And we're talking the whole year visa for the following year. And the thing is, that has a real draw, because I've heard absolute horror stories of other people going into immigration, and quite often some of the bigger areas, because they have more immigrations, per capita. You may go into one immigration where everything seems to go nice and smooth, and you start the process and they find, no, you have to go to the immigration over here, and because that's where you live, and that's how it works. And you might go to that immigration and find they have a whole different set of idiosyncrasies, to say the least. And again, so I'm giving the immigration here in Phrae a real thumbs up, because they are on the ball, they know what they're doing, and it's just not busy. So another big plus for living in a rural Thailand. This is Thailand. This is Song District, Phrae, Northern Thailand. It's not for everyone, but this is home, and this is where I want to be. And until next time, bye for now. And remember, don't give up.